There is an audience for everything. Welcome back. So I'm coming out looking stupid. I don't read minds, okay? Happy Vlogmas Day 7. I'm at work. I brought some yarn with me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it or if I have the time to work on anything. Yeah, we'll see. Greetings from my living room. It's practically 10:30 on a Thursday night. I'm currently trimming a beret, but I have a dilemma. I work tomorrow and then I have a craft show. It starts at 12 o'clock and finish up this thing here, which is a poncho. I have to add, I think, 2 more rows to this little side here, join both panels and weave in the ends, of course. And this hat, it's a beret that I'm trying to finish up. I'm going to work on this. I know I need to go to bed because me and my sleep. I need to clean off my bed. My bed has clothes on it. I put some of my clothes away earlier, and then I was just like, and break, and then never came back to them. So how are you guys doing? I think I'll update different clips throughout the rest of the month. It's currently July. Ooh, it is not July. It is August 14th. It is August 14th. I'm using a 3.75 millimeter hook, and ooh, I can tell. I'm on the second row of 3 of doing single crochets for this brim here. Hi again. So it is Saturday. I just came back from my Pride craft show. I was going to do 2 days, but it turns out it was more successful than I thought. I didn't sell out, but I definitely didn't have enough inventory to go another day. So I just, called it a day, called it good. I have a video of the before and after, but yeah, I sold some bucket hats. I sold some scrunchies. Like I had two baskets of scrunchies. They weren't very full by any means, but they were I still have some left over from a previous pop-up that I did, so I had those, and I only had 3 left. 3. And then I sold 1 mesh vest that I made. My mom made some halter tops, so a couple of those were sold. I sold some bra tops. I had some bra tops left over, I think from last year's Pride event that I brought back out, and I only have 2 left, I believe, which is awesome. I'm not saying I was tired of seeing them whenever I would like go through what I have, but yeah, I sold a pretty good amount of things. Obviously people grab some cards and show interest in ordering something that they didn't see there. The sun was out, and luckily the weather held out. I'm so glad, because the week leading up was rainy, straight downpour. Thank God that the weather today was just sunny, well, cloudy, but it was warm, sunny. There was a breeze here and there. It did rain for like 2 seconds, and it wasn't even anything to worry about. It was a drizzle, and we just pulled the tables in a little bit and worked with that. A lot of people came out. It was probably my first fully successful Pride pop-up that I've done. If you're thinking about doing pop-ups, if you can, try to do one during Pride, especially if it's in an area where they do parades, because you will get the traffic for sure. It's not necessary to have Pride only items. I had a couple sprinkled in from other craft shows, but just that kind of helped drawing in the crowd. A couple Pride items on the tables, the clothing rack, but people were definitely gravitating towards the fun different color bucket hats that I had there. So don't break your neck trying to cater to this specific event. Have some sprinkled in there because it's fun, but do what you feel is for you. Now, the other craft shows I've done, I'm never sure if people would be interested in a certain thing that I make. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know if this is like a popular item. So I'm like, I'm not going to make a bunch of these. And then, you know, it just depends on the crowd that day. So, you know, don't let that hinder your creativity, trying to cater to the audience. Sure, you can kind of like get some ideas from what they are interested in or what questions they ask. You're like, okay, a lot of people have been asking about if I make this or if I have this. So, you know, you can kind of think about it, process it, you know, try to figure out if that's something you actually want to add to your collection of whatever you make. Make stuff that you feel is fun, you know. There's an audience for everything, I promise. Now, to be transparent, I was initially thinking that I was gonna sell around like 330 maybe to 400. Definitely do that. My total profit was around 700. I know that's never happened, if I'm being honest. I used Square. It is my mom's Square account technically, but she kind of transferred it so it's in my business name and with my bank account and everything. So all the items are listed there, but it's still technically hers, so she uses it for whatever she wants to sell. Really nice. I brought more change in cash. Like, I kept the cash that I had from my last pop-up, and then I added more to it because I wasn't sure if people would be paying with cash today. But I'd say about 90% of my customers were using card, and that was awesome. Like, I didn't have to try and open Venmo or try to figure out the Cash App thing. No, everything was through Square, and then everything was through cash. So I have to look again of how much I made in cash and how much I made through Square. My body hurts for sure because we were in a really good spot at that place. It was really good. On to the next show. Oh, and by the way, one of the first 30 minutes or so that I was there, that like the whole thing actually started, I sold a poncho. I finished that poncho last night and someone purchased it. So it's not easy to market crocheted items when it's hot outside. You know, people are trying to seek shelter and get cool and get some cold water and fans and whatever. But for someone to purchase a poncho is amazing. So now I have to make more. Say that all to say, thank you for watching. Will I update more? Probably. But for now, we're good. Have a good night. I'm here crocheting, working on a hexagon cardigan, watching random vlogs because I like watching people's vlogs, especially if the videos has less views, less than like 15,000 views, because it's more, I would feel like it's a smaller channel. And every video I would click on when I search, it's like, oh, it's a sponsored video or whatever it is, and I'm just like, that takes away from it. I need something that's chill, not necessarily relatable. Now I'm just chilling. Here we are. Hey guys, welcome. I'm currently working on a hexagon cardigan with this confetti cake. I think it's called Aqua. I got it from Mike. Yeah, this is the second half. I already finished well, I didn't really finish. This is the second half of the hexagon cardigan. The first half I finished a full cake, so I'm gonna finish a full cake with this one. I have 2 more cakes of it. Probably add to it to just make it a little bit bigger, seam up the sleeves, and then I'm going to make the cuffs white. I don't think I'm gonna add like a trim. So yeah, I'm just working on the whips that I have casually around in my house. I'm not gonna technically start working on any inventory for a possible Christmassy fall craft show, because I just want to work on stuff for me. So tempting to want to start a new project. It's so tempting. That's why I have so many whips. So I'm going to work on this, at least get the 2 halves to the same spot, put that aside, pick up. I have like 2 sweaters that I started and I have not touched since. And I'll probably do that. Now I know good and well I did not touch any of those sweaters. So this is my living room right now. This is a bag from Joann's, RIP, just white yarn. This is a bag with, I don't really remember what's in this, but it's yarn. That is also yarn. That is also yarn. This is craft show inventory. This is craft show inventory. This is my like paper bags, table runner, tissue paper. That's what's in there. Anyway, that is it for now. I will see you guys in the next clip of me crocheting of sorts. We'll see what that entails. All right, cool. See you later.